Good day, freaks. I'm here to give you a wild card read straight from the hip with lots of lip. And we're going to do something special since we're heading up to that time of the start of Scorpio season and that new moon in Scorpio that's coming in with a solar eclipse that's going to be illuminating what wasn't able to be seen back in April when this cycle first kicked off. We're going to look at how they like you now. How do people view you now? What changes have they seen in you? What is your rep, man? What is your credibility out on these streets? You know, how are people seeing you? And we're going to do this for each of the signs. It's just kind of like a fun little read just to get some insight in how you're being perceived right now. I thought it'd be kind of an interesting take. It's something that came in for me, so I want to flow with it. And we're going to look at Libra because today is the last day of Libra season, and tomorrow we'll be heading into Scorpio season. We'll go forward in the astrological signs from there, all right? So without further ado, let's just have a look at what's coming in for Libra. How is Libra being perceived at this time? And this is for all placements, okay? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, Mercury, Mars, or if you have a packed 7th house, 3 or more planets, they call that a stellium. This might speak to you, okay? Or this might be how people are speaking on your name, all right? We see at the bottom of the deck, we got the King of Spades energy, all right? This is air sign collective, Libra, of course, Gemini and Aquarius as well. I think people think you're being a little cutthroat right now, Libra. I think they feel like you're not taking any shit. You're calling stuff out. You're being a bit mouthy. You refuse to be quiet. That bothers some people, you know, that bothers some people. But at the same time, they understand that there's not going to be any stop in Libra at this time from speaking their truth, okay? Because what we're looking at right here is we got Libra calling out some bullshit, okay, with this 7 of Spades energy. They're not going to just sit there and take it lying down, you know, these people who moved incorrectly on them, especially when they were trying to block their blessings here. Look at this shit. No, Libra is turning that energy around by calling that shit out. It is the dawn of a new day, my friends, the dawn of a new day. And I got a very special read that's going to be coming in later. Something I've discovered about the sign of Libra and the way that it relates to Scorpio and this season coming in, but also a little curveball, okay? But we'll get to that later. I do think that people see that you are not being bothered, like you are enjoying yourself. You are really switching things up. You're not so concerned about how people are going to react to the changes you're making or what kind of trash they have to talk about you. It doesn't really matter to you because you know that the people that are, you know, speaking badly on your name right now, they're people that are just, you know, they're just upset that they weren't able to get away with their bullshit and that you know, are shining a spotlight on it. That's what it really comes down to. And the reality is some of these people, you know, they wanted to see you broken. They did. They wanted to see you broken. They wanted to see you feeling insecure, not sure of yourself, you know, because you really have been making big moves. You've been investing in yourself. You've been doing the work. And that can be kind of uncomfortable for people when they're, yeah, I think I hit on something. That can be uncomfortable for people when they're used to seeing you in a particular way. All right, so we do see that this is kind of like one of the crux of the matters here, all right? Somebody's worried about this. Somebody's worried about this. I think that, you know, you took a new action, right? You took a new action. There's some Queen of Diamonds energy. Okay, that's Earth sign energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn coming up in the shadow with this 9 of Spades. Like somebody's pressed, okay? Somebody's pressed. Somebody's pressed about what you invested in, what you've been building for yourself, you know? They may have had something to say about it when you were just kind of just getting started, you know? Maybe they thought that they could, you know, kind of slant people's view about what you were doing. There feels like there's a little bit of a sabotage energy here, a little bit of a competitive energy here, a little bit of interference in, you know, somebody's forward progression, you know, just by not being ultimately supportive, you know, feeling in some sense kind of a sense of competition on some level, and maybe a little bit of feeling that you know, they want to be doing some of what you're doing, you know. And the thing is like, you can, man. Okay, 6 of diamonds coming up in the light. It's like, that's the thing with Libra. It's like, we can better each other, man. We can lift each other up, you know. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. But if you're just going to sit here and be out there, you know, taking jabs at what I'm doing, how I'm moving, what I'm creating for myself, when I'm just investing in myself, focusing on myself, you know, there's a problem with that. There's a problem with that. Libra doesn't operate like that. Yeah, look at this. We got Theory 11 on our side. Nothing can really stop any of these energies that are having an issue with Libra right now, because the reality is we're coming into alignment, man. And the thing is we went through a really rough patch, man. Libras really have been slogging through it, but we're popping out the other side. And people are seeing that what we invested in, to the tune of the 10 of diamonds, like, it's bearing fruit. We're coming into a very prosperous cycle, Libra. So I think there are people out there too that do see that you're making moves. They do see that your hard work is paying off. I think that you have gained respect in certain quarters. I do feel like you're getting your flowers. I do feel like you're getting your flowers. And I say that because, let me find it. I put it in here because I wanted to show y'all. Where'd it go? Maybe it's in here. Here it is. I found this on the ground. The rose, okay? The rose. So lots of things are coming to bloom for you, Libra. As I was tuning into your energy, I stumbled across this on my path. I keep following the signs, you know? So they're seeing you come into bloom. They're seeing you really feeling confident and owning it, you know? I think a lot of you have been putting a little more care and attention into, you know, glamming it up a bit, you know, maybe getting a little dressed up, doing the hair, putting on the makeup. After a time when you really kind of didn't put so much focus on that, I think you're feeling the vibe of the season. Whenever it hits October, you know, Libras everywhere, they just get in that space where they want to move into more of that glamour puss vibe, you know? They move more into their sensuality. And, you know, I think people have been seeing you feeling yourself and feeling more confident, maybe after a period of time where it seemed like you were a bit recluse, kind of keeping to yourself. Maybe you had a lot of tongues wagging. People were wondering, what's going on with Libra? Why is Libra so quiet? Why is Libra MIA? What are they up to? What are they up to? We're just focusing on ourselves, man. We're doing what we do when we need to pull back, which is integrating our own experiences. You know, we don't like messiness. We don't like to bring other people into our personal processes. And Libras tend to be pretty mindful of who they share their deep stuff with, you know. Yeah, look at this, because I got 8 of spades coming up in the shadow, because they know, you know, sometimes they let people in and they find that people are working against them. You know, they allow themselves to be vulnerable and let somebody know, yeah, I'm going through some stuff. I got some heavy stuff I'm integrating here. And then people have used that information and turned it around on them. You know, it's these same people out here that have this impression of Libra that have kind of been, you know, thwarting the Libra's path. But yeah, you know, it's funny because we got the Joker, you know, coming up in the light here, and that Joker is in reverse. So it's like, you thought the joke was on us, you know, joke's on you, man. You played yourself. That's how it works, man. You played yourself. If you invest too much of your energy focusing on what somebody else is doing, and then you go out there and you're putting them down, you know, talking down on their name when they haven't done shit to you, they're just focusing on, you know, becoming a better them, you know, that's not going to work out in your favor. You're going to find that those tables will turn right quick. And we are heading into the thick of that karmic season here, because we got in the shadow, we got the Ace of Diamonds and the 2 of Spades. You know, for this to come up in the shadow, and again, here's that Earth sign energy, King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I actually think in this case, this is somebody who wants to have some kind of new beginning with you, somebody who wants to approach you. Could be somebody who wants to build something with you, Libra. We do see they want some kind of beginning here, all right, with the Ace of Diamonds, but we see with the 2 of Spades coming up with that, both of these in the shadow, that the word may be on the street. that, you know, you're blocking this energy, that you're not allowing this energy to come forward. They may think that you are not wanting a new beginning with this individual, but that's not necessarily true, okay? That's not necessarily true. Hello? Oh, no, I don't think so. I'm just doing a reading. I'm just doing a reading. Yeah, using this, but I think they close at like 4 o'clock. I think they close at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So, you know, the thing is it's like, these people are just making assumptions about your life, Libra. You know, I think you've kind of found it a little bit humorous too, the rumors that you've been hearing about yourself, and you know, what people think that you're up to, and you know, you've also kind of been able to see through the facade, like when people have been coming into contact with you, a lot of times you've been finding them fishing for information. But the thing is what they don't understand is you're already privy to this. You already know what's going on. You already know that people are keeping their eye on you. You already know that people got their ulterior motives. And so Libra's only saying, you know, what Libra wants to say, all right? Libra's not going to share every move they're making, all right, with this 4 of diamonds, because they're really trying to build something for themselves. They're trying to lay a foundation for themselves, and they don't want anything rocking it. It's not that they're being cold to anybody. It's not that they're shutting anybody off. But some people might be out there thinking that, oh, Libra's on their high horse. They don't want to work with anybody. They're blocking everybody that wants to come toward them, blocking anybody that wants to try to collaborate with them. Well, you know, I don't know. You gotta step into Libra's shoes for a minute, because you don't know what Libra's been dealing with in this department. Yeah, I mean, maybe we are a little bit in the shadow. We do have Queen of Spades. That's us right there coming up in the shadow. And it's like, look, man, we're not letting anybody step to us that is coming with any half stepping, all right? You got to come correct. And that applies on any level. If you want to work with me, you got to come correct, Libra says. And don't come with no bullshit, all right? Because we will cut your head off if you come with us trying to run some game, trying to tell some fucking story, because we know what's really been going on. Like, Libras are very astute, okay? They know how to cut through the bullshit and look at what's really happening here, okay? Yeah, I see a lot of this that people are talking about on the streets about Libras, like, why is Libra so defensive? Why won't Libra hang out? Why won't Libra pick up the phone? Why won't Libra message me back? Why is Libra pulling back? Because, man, 5 of Wands here, you know, this 5 of Wands energy, 5 of Clubs, same difference, except with a club, you know, you can really hit somebody over the head harder. And Libra doesn't want to hit you over the head, because that's where Libra's at. Libra's like done with the BS. Libra doesn't want to deal with any kind of drama anymore, arguing, competition. Libras don't compete. Libras aren't competing. Libras know what they're working with. They're doing their own thing, and they don't feel insecure about what you're doing, who you're hanging out with, who you want to fuck, anything like that, all right? Libras are focusing on themselves, and they're not feeling competitive. Libras have gone through a big phase where they've really seen, like, at the end of the day, it's not worth fighting for, right? It's not worth fighting for, because when you're aligned, when you're in that place of alignment, everything that is meant for you just naturally comes your way, and there's no need to force or coerce or manipulate or anything like that. And where there has been this sort of competitive vibe brought into social situations or the romantic arena, Libras just opted out and said, have that, you know, I don't want to sit and engage in this. Woo! These wanted to slip through the cracks in the bench. So I'm looking here again, we got like this earth sign energy coming up really strong. There we go again. Queen of Diamonds, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, okay? We do see that there is some Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn that wants to do some kind of working out in a situation. We got 10 of Hearts there coming in with the 3 of Spades. This is all in the light with the 6 of Hearts in the light, okay? But they're not, yeah, you know, this is a case where somebody, you know, somebody moved funny. They caused some problems. You know, they were working against this person. But now that, you know, now that Libra's in their King of Spades energy and is like, cut this energy off, all right? Maybe harshly, all right? I'm not going to say not harshly, but when you push a Libra too far, they get to the point where they can just like cut it off clean, man. They can go cold on you. Yeah, it's our shadow aspect, but you know what? Sometimes you do need to utilize your shadow. Sometimes you've tried to work it out every other way and people didn't listen and they push and they push and they push. And then, yeah, your tongue cuts like a knife. You cut people's heads off and you're like, get the fuck away from me. And I think where people are pressing boundaries, you're like, you know, denied with that 9 of Hearts energy coming up in the shadow. It's like, no, you know, I know you want it your way. You don't get to have it your way, all right? You do you, boo. You know, it's that kind of energy. There's definitely like this piece coming in about this person has probably had some time to reflect, had some time to think. They want to work things out. They want to get the connection back into a healthy state, you know. They want to end this period of separation, all right? You know, they hope that you can remember the connection you all share, you know. And this is a person that is like a soulmate, like soul family, you know, they're kindred, okay? And soulmates aren't just like in the case of a romantic relationship or intimate connections. They're also, you know, those special friendships or those special mentors, teachers, or guides that come onto our path that we're meant to learn lessons with, share experience with. And not everybody is meant to go the whole way with you. And some people, you know, are not going to be welcome to come forward with you because certain trust has just been breached, and that's the way it is, you know. Sometimes you can't bounce back. It doesn't mean there has to be animosity around it. I mean, that's the thing, is Libra's in a place of non-attachment right now, non-attachment. So we're basically seeing, Libra, that, you know, people think you're being a real asshole. They think you're being a little harsh, that you're cutting them off, but you know what? We dealt with it with grace for so long. We put up with so much. We do tend to, you know, let people get away with too much because we always see the potential in people, and that's our Achilles heel. But there comes a time when we're like, enough's enough, man. Enough's enough. Joker energy in the light. I mean, yeah, sometimes it's okay. It's okay to act out of the shadow if it teaches, you know, if it teaches a little wild wisdom, if it teaches kind of a harsh lesson through a bit of tongue-in-cheek that, you know, it's like when you play other people, when you try to play with other people, when you try to play with their emotions, when you try to block their blessings, when you try to interfere in their life, when you gossip, when you slander, when you talk shit, you know, you're going to find in the end that the joke's going to be on you, because some people are covered by spirit, and spirit's always watching. Just had this fall down here, so this needs to be paid attention to. Yeah, here we go. Do you see this? Ace of Diamonds in the light. Like, Libras are getting their new beginning, you know, so it's very interesting, and it's so very Libran, you know. You got some people out there that are like, wow, you know, I really see that Libra went through a lot, and Libra has been doing the work, you know. They've really had the courage to take what was hidden, you know, to deal with their own shadow, you know, to look at their own subconscious inner saboteur, and they did the healing work. And they've also been, you know, really working on exposing, you know, what's false in their life and calling people out, taking a stand for themselves. And there's some people that really do support you in that, Libra. You know, they're really on your side. And then there's other people who are like, Libra is so secretive. Libra must be doing something underhanded. Libra must be plotting something. Libra's up to no good. But really, that's just them having their shadow reflected at them, okay? With these judgments, you know? They're not understanding with this Jack of Spades, Libra. They think that you're moving in a shady way, right? Because they think you're coming up in the shadow. They think that you're up to no good. That you're like gonna pull something shisty. But that's them. They have that feeling because you have good boundaries now. You have good boundaries now, and they feel that way because they're that way. They move that way. So they automatically think that if you're being quiet, you pull your energy back, you must be up to something underhanded. And it's simply not the facts. It's simply not the facts. You wouldn't be getting your come up if, you weren't moving correctly, all right? The reality is, Libra's taking their time with this Seven of Hearts energy. They're exploring their options. They're not going to just jump at any opportunity. They're not going to just work with every person that comes their way. They're not going to just connect with everybody who wants to connect. They're really getting into alignment with, where do I want to direct my energy? What do I want to create for myself? And that's one big change that's happened with Libra in this cycle, is Libra stopped being so focused on the other and started focusing more on themselves and investing in their own happiness, their own pleasure, and their own fulfillment. And, I think it's shaking people up a bit. They don't really know how to anticipate that. All right, so one last pass here. What do you want people to know, Libra? What's coming in for Libra? What is the truth that needs to be seen about Libra? What is the truth that needs to be seen? We have this coming up in the light, okay? We got 10 of clubs in reverse in the light. It's like Libra's not stressed. Libra's not worried about it. Libra don't feel overwhelmed. Libra's happy. Like, be happy that Libra's happy, that Libra feels free, that Libra's doing what Libra wants to do. We don't care. We put down the wands. We're not carrying any shit forward with us. We're ready to move into everything that is the potential we've been building, man. And we don't feel the need to, stay mired in the heavy bullshit anymore. You all can fight amongst yourselves. Say what you want to say. Speak on our name. It don't matter, because truth is evident, man. Truth is evident. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Cut of the deck energy. Yeah, we're out here. We are discovering who we are. We are learning new lessons. We are growing. We're choosing growth, and we're moving about in a spirit of play. And if you want to align with us, come in this spirit. Be ready to discover who we really are. 22 on the clock when I said that, Be ready to grow with us. And for fuck's sake, stop bringing drama and heavy bullshit. Play, enter this in a spirit of play. Bring some humor in. We're tired of all the heavy crap. We don't want to deal with that anymore, right? We don't want to deal with that. We left all that behind. 22:44 on the clock when I said that. We're moving away from that. We left all that behind, and we are stepping into our personal prosperity. This is big pre-Empress energy. Finances on point, 22:55 on the clock when I said that. We built this for ourselves. We're proud of it. We feel good about it. We don't feel like we need to keep quiet about it. You may think, oh, Libra's so into Libra. Libra just wants to showboat. Libra's just showing off. No. You're just not used to seeing Libra being empowered and feeling good about who they are and where they're at. So, get over it. Drop it, okay? Drop this burden. It ain't all heavy, man. It ain't all heavy. Stop worrying about what Libra's doing. And the more you stop worrying about what Libra's doing, the more you're going to move forward in your own life. And then we'll all get to celebrate your come up, man. Because that's the truth. Libra likes harmony. We want to see you rise. We want to see you succeed. We want to see you doing you, all right? So get to doing that.